To me, really, it's just the thrill of sharing something that we're passionate about and something that we've made a lifestyle from with other people.
You know, it takes a certain type of person to really want to do what we do here.
I think it's great to have experience before you own your own farm.
It is exciting to me. I like to think that I have a little bit of cowboy blood in me because for some reason I just enjoy cattle.
We name our cows, we love our cows, and our cows love us too, and I would love to show people that our cows love us too, and we're here for the better reason of this planet.
Dairy farming is an important part of rural economies. Each dairy cow generates around $34,000 in economic activity in the local community each year. But new farmers face significant barriers and are not entering the profession at a rate that offsets the loss of retiring producers. Meanwhile, mid-career dairy grazers who are seeking to expand and improve their businesses are also faced with a lack of skilled people who can manage a farm. What is the solution? Dairy Grazing Apprenticeship. DGA is the first formal apprenticeship for farming in the nation. DGA was created by and for farmers to address these challenges.
The Dairy Grazing Apprenticeship is a 2-year, 4,000-hour registered apprenticeship, and it's registered with the Federal Department of Labor. The great thing about that is it allows farmers in other states to utilize the program also. So they can get the materials, the oversight, and a little bit of more of this guided pathway on how to transition knowledge.
DGA provides a career pathway for aspiring dairy farmers from diverse backgrounds with different levels of experience. DGA is also ideal for established dairy grazers who want to develop a current employee as a manager or partner, as well as for family members seeking a structure of support to prepare for farm transfer.
To get from day one to the completion of the apprenticeship, myself as the educational coordinator facilitates the work that the apprentice does and the work that takes place between the apprentice and the master. You are a paid employee of these farms, but in addition to that, you're also learning from the master.
It's a big time commitment to make this program work, and so some funding would be very beneficial to keep it to grow even more than it is now.
Actually, we're very excited about the Dairy Grazing Apprenticeship Program because it's going to spark a revolution in food, a different way. Really appreciate the people that do sponsor and teach, this younger generation about these practices because we think it's a segment that it will continue to invest in.
The Dairy Grazing Apprenticeship is all about having older people who could be set in their ways, meeting younger people who have the passion, who have the desire, and some new ideas, and bringing the two entities together, and it only makes a farm better.
We started looking at the Dairy Grazing Apprenticeship program as possibly a way to, first of all, take some of the work burden off of us and allow us some more breathing time, and also because we have felt like we're not done dairying yet. We've got no children today who seem to want to step in on it, and we have a lot to share, and we wanted to share that with somebody, and so we started exploring the dairy grazing program.
I see DGA having very positive effects down here. One thing it provides is a pool of people to hire from, which was always a problem for me. It was very difficult to find somebody who was interested in being an apprentice.
I think it really helps bring in fresh blood into the dairy industry and into grazing, which I think is great for the industry.
I think most of the apprentices and masters that are out there, the mindset is very similar. It's the end goal is very similar. Whether it's a farm that's going through a succession plan, or a farm like ours where we're just really looking for people that want to be invested here, and whether they go off and try to run their own operation someday, or they, you know, allow us to grow and own animals. Everyone has the same goal.
In that respect, this dairy grazing apprenticeship has sort of helped me pass down some knowledge and made me communicate with apprentices and sort of tell them why I do this.
I'm amazed that I have some masters that are looking for people with, you know, direct dairy experience, and others that say I don't want any experience at all, so I can train them. And I've seen apprentices on both their farms, and they've both been successful.
It's a thrill to be able to catch our apprentice's passion and her desire to own and her drivenness. At the same time, it allows us to get out of a 25-year way of doing things and open our eyes that sometimes young eyes are good to have, make us change our perspective a little bit.
I mean, if there's nothing else about DGA, it has proved to me that there is an interest in agriculture in the younger generation. And for me, that's very heartening.
The first time I pulled down the lane and saw the cow at the top of the road, and the mountains just so in the backgrounds and the clouds just so, I started crying because it was one of the most beautiful things I had seen. And I was so excited about an opportunity to actually spend time here.
I like doing chores at my uncle's farm. That's actually where I really got into the dairy industry specifically. He had around 100 cows and a 63 tie stall barn. I then actually ended up graduating with a dairy emphasis.
The whole dairy thing is new to me. I didn't grow up on a farm or been raised on a farm. Something it was one of those childhood dreams to always work on a dairy farm.
We drove around the farm, and he showed me what there was here, what he was doing, what he had planned to do. And so I was really intrigued. I was interested in what was going on here and interested in doing something like this right after school.
I feel this apprenticeship is so much more of a better opportunity to take than an informal internship or an informal apprenticeship. I'm recognized by the government as an apprentice.
I feel like with the coursework and just the day-to-day operations of being here, I know so much more than I did before, and I continue to learn more every day. There's not a day that goes by I don't learn something.
The coursework helps you because it brings up things that you may not see every day and might not think about every day.
There were things that I thought I knew about dairy that, I knew a little bit of, but when you start this dairy grazing apprenticeship, you start learning the specifics and the details.
I think choosing a master is like choosing a boss. You need to do it wisely.
We like to be professional and show people that we can be professional, but we are family-based. We're very tight. We're very close. We have a good master to apprentice moments, but of course we just have a good time. We have a good time. We get the job done, and safely and efficiently, and in a learning environment at the same time comfortable. We enjoy our time together.
I think it's really important to me because it's definitely hands-on in farming. You know, you're working with him, learning how to do it, like all the aspects of it, and which I think is super helpful. So if I want to even start my own farm, I have that background working with him. A good master is going to be patient. They're going to be willing to teach. They're going to have to be able to explain things, and it's going to take you time.
It's about learning and doing the best you can, and like learning from someone else's mistakes.
You have to like the work. I showed up every day here happy as can be, and even when my days off, I still kind of found myself just walking around here and kicking some rocks and seeing what could happen. You have to want to do this. You have to devote yourself to it. I think the DGA program is a very good asset, and not just for the apprentices.
Well, the Dairy Grazing Apprenticeship to me has given me an opportunity to try something new that I was interested in. I've learned about myself and what is important to me, what values I have, and it's given me an opportunity to be actively involved in making good food, which is really important to me.
As we move into the future, we're going to be continually challenged with new issues. Our consumer's going to want a different product. Our environment is going to need to be addressed with our soil and our water issues. People are going to be looking for new business innovation and opportunities and ways to fuel rural economies. All of these things take skilled people. Skilled people are the solution. Dairy Grazing Apprenticeship is designed to create those skilled people.
I can tell you my favorite part of the day is waking up, and I can tell you my favorite part of the day is going to bed, because I know I'm going to wake up tomorrow and milk the cows.
You know, most people on their commute to work aren't welling up with tears about excitement to be there. But I was just like, wow, this is beautiful, and I was so excited about the opportunity.
I'm a journeyman right now. I am glad I'm here, and I would not be here without the DGA program.